So let's go through the line by line analysis of the story. So, Jamaican fragment begins with, every day I walk a half mile from my home to the tramcar lines. Tramcar lines are the railway lines or rail vehicle lines. And here I is the narrator. Narrator is walking from the tramcar lines from home to tramcar lines in the morning, and from tramcar lines to home in evening, and from the lines to my home in the evening. The walk is pleasant. It gives him happiness. The road on either side is flanked. It is flanked means bordered by red and green roofed bungalows. So in the picture you can see there are red and green roofed bungalows, means the roofs are made up of red and green colored material. So both of the sides, like he is walking in between, and both the sides are flanked or like bordered by red and green roofed bungalows, green lawns and gardens. The exercise is good for me, and now and then I learn something from a little incident. So he is pointing that every day when he goes to this sort of exercise, this sort of routine, he now and then he enjoys it and he learns something from his routine or from his walk. So he is giving us one incident. One morning, about halfway between my front gate and the tram track, I noticed two little boys playing in the garden of one of the more modest cottages. So some cottage means house type, okay? So the more modest cottage means अच्छा खासा कोई कॉटेज था, उसके सामने दो बॉयज खेल रहे थे. टू बॉयज वर प्लेइंग नियर अ मॉडेस्ट कॉटेज. They both were very young. One was 4 years old perhaps, the other 5. The elder of the two was a sturdy youngster. Sturdy means strongly built. Okay, that strong and muscular, so that is sturdy. The elder of the two was a sturdy youngster, very dark, with a mat of coarse hair on his head and coal black eyes. So the elder one is of 5 years and he is having a strong body and rough hairs on his hand, and his eyes are coal black like the coal. He was definitely a little Jamaican. A little Jamaican means native of Jamaica, where blacks have greater population. A little Jamaican from Jamaica. Strong little Jamaican. The other little fellow was younger but also sturdy. The white boy was also strong. He was white with hazel. Hazel means greenish brown color. So hazel eyes and light brown hair. The hairs of white boy was light brown in color and his eyes were greenish brown in color. Both were dressed in shirts and half pants. They wore no shoes. Both of them were not wearing any shoes, like you can see in the picture. They were not conscious of my standing there watching them. So both of them were playing and he was watching from beside, and these boys were not knowing that someone is near them who is watching them. They played on. They continued to play their game. The game, if it could be called a game, was not elaborate, was not detailed. See, he was watching them playing certain game, but the narrator is unsure whether it was actually a game because no detailed explanation were there for the game. The little white boy strode. Strode means walked. Imperiously. Imperiously means with arrogance, means with attitude and high arrogancy. He walked up and down. So the white boy was continuously arrogantly walking up and down, and every now and then shouted imperiously at his elder playmate. And he was shouting at his elder playmate means he was shouting at this black boy. The little brown boy shuffled along quietly behind him and did what he was told. This black boy was walking behind the white boy, and he was doing whatever the white boy asked him to do. So the orders were, pick up that stick. The dark boy picked it up. Jump into the flowers. The dark boy jumped. Get me some water. The dark boy ran inside. The white boy sat down on the lawn. I was amazed. So the narrator was feeling surprised. Here, before my eyes, a white baby, for they were little more than babies, was imposing. Imposing means giving the command. Imposing means giving command. So the white baby was The white boy was giving commands to the black boys. Imposing means he was giving forcefully his will. Giving forcefully his will. His will means his wishes or his wishes upon a little black boy. The little black boy submitted. He submitted means he obeyed all the things whatever the white boy said. I was puzzled as I went down the road. Could it be that the little dark boy was the son of a servant in the home and therefore had to do the white boy's bidding? So the narrator was confused that is the black boy the son of the servant in their home, or why he is doing whatever the white boy is saying to him, why he is doing or obeying him. No, they were obviously dressed alike. So he thought, no, he can't be the son of servant because they both were dressed alike. Like both are wearing shirt and half pant without any shoes. So they were both dressed alike. The little dark boy was of equal class. So he will not be of a lower class. He was of equal class with his playmate. No, they were playmates. Then he thought, yes, they are companions playing together. The little dark boy was a neighbor's child. He thought, yes, he might be the neighbor's child, the child in the neighbor. I was sure of that. Then, how was it that he obeyed the white boy's orders so faithfully? So he was thinking why he is obeying the orders of that white boy. Then he continues, was it that even at this early age he sensed that in his own country he would be at the white man's beck and call? He is thinking that even like he is worrying and thinking that is it that the small black boy is thinking that in his country Jamaica he will always have to follow the orders of the white man? Is he realizing this thing at this tender age, at this little age? Could he, in such youth, divine a difference between himself and the white boy? Is it like that he can find out the difference between white and black? The black boy can realize in this small age that there is certain difference between white and black. Did the little white youngster, so young, such a baby, realize that he would grow to dominate the black man? Then he is thinking about the white boy, that the small white boy is realizing in this small age that he will dominate the blacks in like in the later age also, and now also is he made to dominate. So he is just thinking all these thoughts in his head. These are all the thoughts of the narrator. ये सारी चीजें नरेटर अपने दिमाग में सोच रहा है कि क्या ब्लैक बॉय अभी से सोच पड़ा है कि उसे हमेशा व्हाइट मैन का ऑर्डर फॉलो ही करना है, या व्हाइट मैन अभी से सोच पड़ा है कि उसे ब्लैक मैन को डोमिनेट ही करना है. सो ये सारे जो है नरेटर के थॉट्स हैं. Was there an indefinable quality in the white man that enabled his baby, smaller and younger than his playmate, to make him his slave? So he is telling कि ऐसा क्या है white man में जो वो अभी से उसको black baby को अपना slave बना रहा है, अपना नौकर बना रहा है? Is there something irresistible in the some quality in the white boy that we can't define? Indefinable means something that can't be defined or explained. And that quality is making the white boy to make black boy as a slave. I could find no answer. So he is always thinking this and that, but he is not able to find the answer. I could not bring myself to believe such a thing, and yet with my own eyes I had seen a little dark boy take orders from a little white boy. A little white boy, obviously his social equal and younger and smaller. He is thinking कि मैं अपने आंखों के सामने ऐसा देख रहा हूँ तो मुझे इन सब पे यकीन नहीं हो रहा है. Were we as a race really inferior? He was thinking. The narrator is also a Jamaican man, no? So he is also a black man. So he is telling, were we as a race really inferior? Are the blacks really less in importance, and are they inferior to the whites? So inferior that even in our infancy we realized our deficiency and accepted a position as the white man's servant. So are we so inferior? क्या हम इतने नीचे जाति के हैं या इतने वो हैं कि हमें अभी से व्हाइट मैन रूल कर रहे हैं? देन फॉर अ होल डे आई पजल्ड ओवर दिस प्रॉब्लम. सारा दिन नरेटर वही सोचते रहे. फॉर अ होल डे माई फेथ इन माई पीपल वॉज शेकन. सो ही वॉज रियली shook by heart. His heart was totally broken upon his fellow men, upon his other black men. When I passed by that afternoon, the little boys were not there. So when he returned back, the boys were not there. That evening, I thought deeply on the subject. He was continuously reflecting on this thing, what he saw. The next morning, the boys were there again, and a man was standing at the gate watching them. So the next morning, both the boys were again there, and a man was standing near the gate watching them. I stopped and looked just to see what the white boy was making his little servant do. So he stopped and he thought the again white boy would be asking the black boy to do something. So he stopped and was seeing what the white boy is telling the black boy to do. But to his surprise, to my utter astonishment, to my surprise, the little dark boy was striding imperiously up and down the lawn while the white youngster walked abjectly behind him. So now the case is reversed. Now the black boy is walking up and down without in attitude and in arrogancy, and he is ordering the black boy terribly. And the black boy is terribly or in fear walking behind. Sorry, the white boy is walking behind the black boy in fear. Abjectly means with fear. And get me a banana. The little white boy ran into the house and reappeared shortly with a banana. So the black boy is ordering and the white boy is following the order. Peel it for me. Peel the banana means remove the peel of the banana. The white boy skinned the banana and handed it to the dark master. I saw it now. This was indeed a game. Now he realized that this was a game. A game I had played as a child. I played this game when I was a child. Each boy took his turn every alternate day. So in this game of boss, one day one is playing the role of boss, other day the other one. To be the boss, the other the slave. It had been great fun to me. It had been great fun to me as a youngster. I smiled as I remembered. So he remembered this game of boss. I looked at the man standing by the gate. He was a white man. So a white man was looking at both these boys. So he was looking at that white man and he was thinking that now again the white man will think what all I had thought yesterday. I remembered what I had thought yesterday. He, no doubt, I thought to myself, was wondering if the black race is superior to the white. So now the white man would be thinking that the blacks are superior to white, therefore the black is ordering the white child. The black child is ordering the white child. I laughed gently to myself. Now the narrator is laughing to himself. Then he continues, how silly grown-ups are, how clever we are, how wonderfully able we are to impute deep motives to childish actions. He is telling that we are so clever and so silly grown-ups that we always try to give heavy reflections to simple childish things. बचकानी बातों को हम गहरी गहरी बातें बनाने का काम करते हैं. हम बड़े इतने चतुर हैं. This man, I said to myself, will puzzle all day on whether the blacks will eventually rise and rule the world because he thinks he sees a little black boy realizing at a tender age his superiority over the white. I will save him his puzzle. I will explain it to him. I went across to him. So he's thinking that the white man who is watching these two boys, he'll be thinking that is the black race superior? Now in the future, is it that the black race will rule the white race? So he told, let me not make him or puzzle him more. Let me not confuse him more. I'll go and sort out his puzzle. I know what you are thinking. I said, you are thinking that maybe the black race is superior to the white because you just saw the little dark youngster on the lawn ordering the little white boy around. So the narrator went to the white man who was looking at both the boys, and he told, I know what you are thinking. You might be thinking that the black race is superior, and in future, is it that the black will rule over the whites, and all this you might have got through the sight of these two boys. Then he continued, don't think that. It's a game they play. Alternate days, one is boss, the other is servant. So he told, don't think this way. It's a game. Alternate days, one is ruling and one is behaving as a slave. It's a grand game. I used to play it and maybe so did you. Yesterday I saw the little white boy bossing the dark one, and I worried all day over the dark boy's realization of his inferiority so young in life. We are silly, we grown-ups, aren't we? So he told, don't worry, yesterday I saw a black boy was being bossed upon by a white boy. So it's a game we used to play in our in our childhood. So don't worry, it won't happen. Like today, the reverse is happening. The man was surprised at my outburst. He looked at me smiling. So the white man who was standing and looking at both the boys, he was surprised and he was smiling at me. The narrator could not understand why he is smiling at me, and then he continued. I know all about the game, he said. The boys are brothers, my sons. He pointed to a pretty brown woman on the veranda who had just come out to call the children in. That's my wife, he said. So, one boy is white, one boy is black, and the father is white and the mother is black. So he told, smilingly he told, I know this is a game. Both of these are brothers. They are my children. And that beautiful lady, to the beautiful lady he pointed and told, she is my wife. The wife was a black and the husband was a white. I smiled. My spirit laughed within me. So the narrator was laughing within himself that मैंने क्या किया, मैंने अपना ही मजाक बना लिया, like that. This is Jamaica, I said in my heart. This is my country, my people. He told, yes, this is Jamaica. This is my country. I looked at the white man. He smiled at me. We'll miss the tram if we don't hurry, he said. So he told, yes, we'll miss the tram if we don't hurry. So the white man, the father of these two boys, said, I'll miss the tram or the train if we don't hurry up. So he smiled and he went away. I think the story is clear to you, all the words I tried to explain you. And again, the author of this story is A.L. Hendricks, and the narrator is one who tells you the story, and the narrator is a Jamaican man. Chapter 9, Jamaican fragment is done.